good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when you're seeing this. But happy new moon. Happy new moon in Aquarius at 9 degrees. Like the title of my introductory video states, stop playing small. Stop playing small. In the general astrological wheel, which is what I have down now, starts in Aries, goes all the way around over to Pisces. This is the house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. So it's very fascinating to me that, when we play small, what's underneath that? What's the reason for that? It's because we're afraid to take up too much space, which isn't real because you're a puzzle piece on this planet. You have to take up the amount of space that your puzzle piece takes up, or else the puzzle of humanity is not complete. So when you surround yourself with winners, which is one of the most important, if you take nothing else from this entire video, surrounding yourself with winners that have a growth mindset, whatever language you have of that, will dictate your entire trajectory. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Because you being the biggest, brightest, boldest, most abundant, healthiest, romanced, wealthiest version of yourself on this planet takes nothing from me. It doesn't add to me. It adds to humanity. Pardon me, I have little Sybil running around. Hi, Sybil. Hey, Sybil. And so hopefully she'll fall asleep soon, but that background chatter is what you hear with Sybil. Getting used to working and playing all at the same time. But when you surround yourself with winners, doesn't take from anybody else. I want you bigger, girl. I want you bigger. So if you've not watched the introductory video, definitely go watch that, because I'm just screaming at you that I need you to be the biggest, brightest, most abundant, boldest version of yourself. And if you feel as though you're playing small, you can definitely go to the root and look at maybe childhood traumas. Maybe there was issues with parents that you were, too emotional or pegged as too this or too that. Or it just means that you need to check your community, the friends that you keep around you, your wishes for the future, and make sure that they're all in alignment together. You don't have to have the same belief systems as the people around you in any capacity, but you definitely have to be in your own lane. Because what's the phrase? That someone doing better than you is never going to judge you. Like, there's not a single moment that you tell me you want to start a YouTube channel or start your own business or do any of those things that I'm not going to say, do it. We need you. We need you. I'm not going to say, oh my God, well, you might take from my clients. My guy, my gal, there are billions of people on the planet. Please, there are people that are looking for the way that you perceive the world and the way that you see things. These are the key players that we have. Actually, we have Pluto and Mercury. So definitely go watch the introductory video. Aquarius is dual run by the planet Uranus and Saturn. We also have the North Node shifting into Pisces and Virgo. And I follow the mean node and the mean Lilith. The true North Node went into Pisces on the 11th of January, so it's already there. But as following the mean Lilith, the same moment that we have this new moon, we're going to have a Mercury-Pluto conjunction and the North Node all in one day on the 29th of January. The original title for that, and what I called this energy in my 2025 workbook, is You Knew Better. Way back when. So please do not stay small to appease the people around you. If you're here with me, if you're at my table, you have something big to do in this planet. You have something, there's a drive within you that says, I have to accomplish whatever it is. It's bigger than soul mission. You know that you have a role to play, a bigger role. And it was 444 when I said that. So please trust the image that you have in your mind's eye, the one on your vision board, and the one God gave you, because they are all the same thing. They are all the same thing. So before we get started, I'll offer my disclaimer, which is also written in the description, which is this is not a personalized reading. These are whole sign, all signs readings available for free across time and space on YouTube. Take none of what I say as doctrine. Do your own research on every single thing that I say. Some of your reading might resonate, some of it might not resonate. The whole thing might resonate, the entire thing might not resonate. It does not mean that you are off course. It doesn't mean that anything's wrong with you. It just means that it is for you or it's not for you. And both of them are okie dokie. The second part of my disclaimer is that these are not gentle readings. We have a growth mindset around here, so we're being very efficient in our processes. It's a few minutes that I have with each of you. Please watch your rising sign first and then your sun and your moon for the vibration. So if some of these messages are heavy hitting and they trigger something within you, they activate something within you, that's okay. I love you enough to tell you before you go on stage that you've got food in your teeth. Not everybody does. Not everybody does. There's a moment once I was standing in line at the cafe, and my favorite cafe is Cafe Sicilia and in Gloucester, Mass on Main Street. I still get my espresso even though I've moved from Gloucester, so definitely go check out Cafe Sicilia, Cafe Sicilia if you are ever in Gloucester. The best espresso, like this side of the country. And I was standing in line at the cafe. I was getting my coffee, my afternoon coffee, back when I had afternoon coffees, and the line was long. And there was a gal and her husband in front of me, and I've seen the gal about town before. And she smiled. She's like, "Oh, Sarah, it's nice to see you. You know, this is my husband or my partner or whatever." And I noticed that she had food in her teeth. And so I got in line behind her, and I got out my compact because I keep a mirror compact in my bag because I'm your fairy godmother. I'm a little granny, me a nana. And I just went up to her and I opened it and I was like, "Hey." I just like as discreet as can be. I wasn't like, "Hey, you got food in your teeth." I just went up to her and I was just, "Hey." And I held up the mirror for her and just held it. And she looked, she's like, "Thank you." And then she just looked at her husband. And I went back in line. I was like, "I got you, girl." She looked at her husband and he was like, "What? If the people around you won't tell you when you're off course, ask yourself why they're in your life. You don't want to be surrounded by yes people. At least in my perspective, I don't want to be surrounded by yes people. I want to be in relationships and have people in my life that challenge me, that do not have the same perspective and opinion." I was texting with a client just yesterday, and she had sent the disclaimer of like, "Yeah, we're not going to always agree." I know definitely my alien video, the different aliens, and I was channeling different aliens. That's usually a point of contention with some people where they're like, "You're talking to aliens, girl?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to aliens." That doesn't have to be for you. That's okay. And she said, "You know, I'll speak from my statements, you speak from my statements. I don't have to take in everything." I was like, "Girl, if everything was a blade of grass, wouldn't it be so boring? Wouldn't it be so boring?" So I think that's enough. Let me just introduce the planets. Okay, so we've got the sun over here. It's beautiful peach selenite. We've got the moon, howlite. We've got Pluto. Pluto is based off of the Christmas critters from South Park and is one of the OGs from the original board that I ever made. I don't ever want to change Pluto. He's so cool. And Mercury, so beautiful. Venus. Mars. Jupiter. Like I said, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Chiron. By the end of Aquarius season, Chiron will finally have left 19 degrees of Aries. So to anyone with big placements at 19 degrees of Aries, like, I'm sending you a big hug right now. And please, for my subscriber, how many days has it been since Chiron has been at 19 degrees of Aquarius? Please. Whew, we don't need a countdown for that. And this is Lilith. Like I said, we do the North Node and the South Node, which we place down like this. So we see what the North Node is coming into and what the South Node has been releasing. Tons of links below. I think that's all before we get into it. And yeah, and please reach out directly if you'd like to book your own chart reading or a one-on-one session with me. We do recorded chart readings that I can send you the link to, and you can watch as many times as you'd like, or book a one-on-one session, and I offer free consultations to kind of decide together how to best work together. So if this resonates with you, please reach out and we can book that consultation. Mwah. Okie dokie. Let's get going. Aries rising. Aries sun. Aries moon. Holy crap. How you feeling? I pardon me for swearing, pardon my crassness here, but you just said like shit, actually. But I'm making it myself, so it's beautiful. It's the intensity of this, even the North Node leaving your sign and Chiron being alone in here is just very, very fascinating. Very fascinating. Venus is 25. That is interesting. Okay, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus. I just want to make sure everyone's good. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North Node, South Node, Chiron, and Lilith. Because Aries rising, Aries sun, moon, you're on the general wheel. This is so much to do with community right now. You're really recognizing this is big deal stuff. You've kind of recognized that without judgment, it's really special. You've outgrown a lot of the people around you, or maybe you're not really feeling that loneliness that maybe a year ago you would have felt. You're in your Rocky montage, and I would really love for you to either, who can hold space for you? Truly. And if this is not a contemporary, I would highly recommend you get a chart reading. It doesn't have to be from me, but I'm happy that you're here. And so get a chart reading, talk to a shaman, a healer, a spiritual counselor, a life coach, a personal trainer, chiropractor, therapist, mentor, someone. Really, and put out feelers. Put out feelers. And because it's what you might be experiencing right now is a little bit of loneliness with this, because I really feel as though when the South Node was in Libra for you, Aries, solely based on the fact that you're here at my table, you've really removed yourself, or the universe has removed people from your life that aren't meant for your future, that aren't meant for your trajectory. And you're in this middle, and there's, family stuff going on, possibly some legal issues going on, possibly there's, some, every day could be perceived as a challenge, and you're up for the challenge. Your chart ruler is in your house of home, my pocket of the world, safety. We still have you retrograde. We still have you retrograde over here. Y'all are going to actually retrograde. So there's a lot of internal issues that are being worked out, possibly on the back end with your spirit team, or, with you saying, okay, this is triggering me. Okay, stop. Why is this triggering me? And you're looking at yourself, you're looking at the root, you're looking at all the different things, and you're keen to move forward. I would definitely go check out the North Node All Signs reading. This is a big transit. The North Node will go into Aquarius in August 2026. I'd set some longer range goals, and I would really, this could be team. This could be you looking to hire someone and, doing, I really want you to recognize, I don't feel as though you are hyper hermiting, or, the hyper isolation is that trauma response. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's wintertime. We don't expect the trees to fruit all year, so you can't expect that of yourself. But I would put out some feelers, ask for a mentor, ask for, a therapist of some kind, book a session with someone. It could be me. Like I said, I have a free 15-minute consultation. Educate yourself, keep leveling up. I don't want you to get stagnant. I want you, it really is. It's very interesting. And if you have any Scorpio placements as well, definitely go check out we'll definitely go watch the North Node and Pisces Scorpio video. I think that could be really helpful for you, because it feels as though you've leveled up, you're enjoying the level up, you might be lonely, and you know that you have a bigger purpose. North Node in your house was soul purpose, dude. So you know that you have something bigger to do. And I don't want you to wait too long to hire someone, to have people on your team, or spending time with family, people that don't really need anything from you, because a lot of people do need something from you. And you're recognizing, Aries, that you have a bigger purpose. You don't, especially my early degree Aries placements, 0, 1, 2, 3, even all the way to 10, whatever first decan of Aries represents for you, what planets you have there. For Aries rising, this is just like your stage. This is just your time, dude. And so recognizing that I want you to have people that support you and that really take you seriously. You're taking yourself seriously. That's something that we talked about, I think, in the North Node reading or in the full moon reading, where you're really seeing how important and precious you are in the grand scheme of things, Aries. And so at this juncture, invite people to the table and remember that I really want you to treat every person that you allow in a little bit more of a professional sense. It's like, do I want to mesh my energy to you? Am I allowing this energy in? Treat it like you're interviewing them. Be a little bit detached in there. Why? It's Aquarius season. Yeah. It's okay. I love you. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Such interesting, different energy. I love how different everyone is, and I love how these readings just channel through. I just love connecting with you across time and space. This is legacy Taurus, public life, career, public image. Who you want to be up there, who you want to be, how you could communicate that way. Some of you are feeling like a vibe right now, which is beautiful. I love that. I really love that. You're feeling good. If you have Leo placements, definitely like you're just feeling like John Travolta Santra, and your like skin looks good. Things are looking good right now, Taurus, and I love that for you. I would also set some longer range goals right now. You know, look to, we're going to have that full moon in Leo coming up. So you're going to be, the next time you release, this is going to be in your house of safety, in my pocket of the world. Are you happy at this level? Yeah, Taurus, I would really just ask yourself, if you're happy at the level that you're at right now, then enjoy it and just be at it. It's not in any way, I just feel like you have this like huge opportunity. It just feels like the universe is offering you like a job. And you're like, this job would be a little bit more work, a few extra zeros after, you know, it'd be, well, like I'll be in charge of something. It just feels as though you're being offered a brand new opportunity right now, Taurus, to completely shift your paradigm, but you know you're weighing out the positives and the negatives of this. This could be you saying, you know, is this the lifestyle that I want? It could be you wanting to start your own business. It could be anything. I don't think that it's a romantic relationship. I just think that you're at a point where, you know, when you are living the same day and you love the same day, you know, Taurus energy is fixed negative earth energy. So there is no judgment here. It just says, you know, when you live the same day and you're like, life is really sweet. Life is good. But if you're at this moment of like, what's next? I would say this could be a time for education. This could be a time to level up in some capacity, but I just have a feeling that you're being offered something, or that it's coming, or that you're feeling it inside of yourself, and there's like a future version of yourself that's calling you towards something that maybe makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's outside of your comfort zone. I feel like there's something that's calling you that's outside of your comfort zone. It could be creative expression. It could be you just like picking up that guitar and strumming the guitar, you putting out a product, you know, putting yourself on social media in a different way. It's just like you see that whatever is being asked of you, maybe there's a little bit at the beginning that's like, oh, it's going to take, you know, a few thousand hours to do this, but the long range, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And it's maybe, you know, you have to work a little bit to receive the time, location, and financial freedom that you want, but you kind of recognize that you're in a spot, ooh, this is interesting. I feel as though you're in a paradigm of like time equals money. And you want to be in a paradigm where, you know, maybe multiple sources of income, or not so much entrepreneurship, but like solopreneurship, like something, you're going from like that, like 0 to 1, A to B. And it's very simple and it's cut and dry, but you get to decide. You get to decide. That's the most wonderful thing about astrology, is that the planets aren't saying you have to do it this way. You can do whatever you want, dude. You can do whatever you want, and you can have the life that you want. And, you know, very Dr. Joe Dispenza language, the universe is only going to give you what you believe you're worthy of. That's it. That's it. And so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to you know, if you want to educate yourself, if you want to take a course, if you want to do something like that, that's amazing. You know, adding the letters after your last name, adding another skill set to your life, there's nothing wrong with that. I would just say make it something that you really enjoy. Like there's just such a, from my reading and my perspective, this beauty of daily life is just really nice right now, Taurus. Don't lose that. But if you're feeling this little call of like, oh, there's a future version of me that has more, is there more? Maybe listen to that. Maybe go for a walk in the woods, Taurus, and just talk to God, talk to universe, talk to spirit, and talk to your future self. The practical manifestation technique that's in the toolbox for free on YouTube could be a very helpful tool right now, Taurus, just to kind of see if there is another version of you that's calling. But if it's the same life, the same house, the same thing, then be in that. Then be in that and enjoy it. Yeah, when life's good, you're good. Yeah, you're good. I love you. Great job. Gemini rising. Gemini rising, we need more sage. We need more sage, child. We need more sage. What's happening? When Jupiter goes direct next month, you're going to feel a lot better. Big things, big opportunities, February, especially Gem rising. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. I see you singing that song, skipping down Main Street and just having a grand old time. And, you know, I just zoomed out from that image and it was like, there's dumpster fire over here and people are fighting over here and this is over here. And I also see this very interesting paradigm of people yelling at you and saying like, Gemini, you can't do that. You think you can just follow your dreams. You think that you can just do this. And you're like, I'm following my, like, I'm a very educated person and I really am allowed to have fun and enjoy my life. I don't have to do it in the way that you want. And people are, but you're supposed to do things this way. Don't listen to them, girl. My guy, don't listen to them. This is quest, adventure, long distance travel, higher education. This is big stuff happening over here. You got big things to do. We've talked about this. We've talked about this, and you are an integral, intricate, specific part in a community, in a specific community that really needs you. Like what you do and how you do it is very needed in a specific area of this world. It's like the parable of, you know, like there's another Sarah somewhere else in the world that's reading a chart that her community and her multidimensional cafe are, you know, going to hurt. Like those are their people. I don't need to inject myself into that reality. The people that are meant to be at my cafe table will find my cafe and they'll be here at my cafe table. But you need to play the role that you are meant to play in this world. This, like, I feel when Jupiter goes direct, when Mars goes direct, especially when Mars goes back into Leo, I feel like that's going to be, I would say, you know, second human quarter, first astrological quarter of 2025 is going to be where the offerings come and where things are. You might have an idea that comes the end of January when Uranus goes direct over here. I just keep vibing. I want you moisturized. I want you in bubble baths. I want you allowing the clarity of your brain. It's like, I love that you go out and that you're skipping down Main Street when there's dumpster fires all over the place, but I would love for you to be spending a lot more time either with yourself or your VIPs, the people that see that future version of you and that will hold space for that, and that will really hold space for that instead of having the same conversations every other day. You might need, and yeah, go, whether it's hiring someone, whether it's talking to, you know, your Chiron is alone in the house of community, friendships with the future, but this is an Aries run house. So in Aries, I think I talked about that either in the full moon video or in the Northwood and Pisces video. Having an Aries in your life could be really, really helpful. I feel like your two energies are very, very similar right now. And just could be helpful. It just could be helpful. And that's all. That's all. You know, specific energies vibe and then specific energies don't vibe. But there's like a loneliness right now, Gemini, that you're okay with because you're like, nope, I'm just listening to my podcasts and I'm doing great and I'm skipping down Main Street and there's dumpster fires. But like, how cool would it be if there was someone skipping next to you? And how cool would it be if there was somebody that you could just like get together and have dinner with every once in a while? Yeah, this doesn't have to be a relationship if you don't have a relationship, but you also, if you do have a relationship, having people in your life that are not your relationship could be advantageous for your growth and your trajectory. Amazing. Beautiful. Love you. Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. This is a special time in your life. I'm so proud of you. Whoa. I just get buckled each time. Each time. He's not retrograde, but I'm just putting them like that so they all fit in the spot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. There might be an entire pivot that you want to make right now. Like an entire pivot. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care what is going on. You are just shifting from the inside out. And there will come a moment that enough will be enough. You know? I think it was the full moon in your sign where I called it like, when is enough enough? There will come a moment in 2025 that something inside of you will just be like, I can't do this anymore. And you'll know when God opens the door, you'll walk through it. So be in what you're in. And I have a feeling we've talked about this before, but I really want you to look at what this is: deep transformation, shared possessions, wills, taxes, inheritances, you know, and so what I would love for you to entertain is like, where are your boundaries of, I'm a manifester and I can create my own reality with my thoughts, words, actions, and intentions, but then there's gravity. So it's like, I can't jump off a building and fly just yet. So where is the line for you right now? And just be aware of that. Be aware of that. Because like I had said before for another reading, Dr. Joe Dispenza, the universe will give you what you believe you're worthy of having. But if you don't believe you're worthy of having it, if you don't believe that you're a powerful enough consciousness to be able to achieve it, the universe is not going to give it to you. So ask yourself, I'd say some really practical work that you could do right now is, where does the woo-woo end and where does the world take over? Where is that level of power that is internal and then the power is external? There are specific laws of this universe and laws of this third dimensional matrix, like gravity. That's okay. It's okay to believe in gravity. It's okay to believe in those things. So I don't want you to live outside of that rational box, but decide for yourself where that box is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We have these retrograde planets over here. This might be super awkward right now, but really lean on the people in your life that believe in you. Definitely if you have Gemini placements as well. This is a huge opportunity for you to find and maybe try on, how do I feel when I'm around certain people? You're getting to know your intuition. You're getting to know how wonderful and amazing and powerful you are, Cancer. Really, yeah, really, that I would say, you know, you can do that long range script of, you know, now until August 2026, pardon me, that the North Node will go into Aquarius. But I would really ask yourself before you do anything right now, like, where do I have to put in the hard work and where can I allow it to be easy? Yeah, it can be easy, Cancer. If you allow it to be, it can be very easy. And you're worthy of that. I love you. But if you're not open to receive that, there's nothing I can say. You have to say, I'm worthy of that. Great job. Leo. Leo, how are you? Oh, Leo. You have just really leveled up in a very, like, I wanted to say you've grown up, but my intuition was just like, nope, they've leveled up. It's not about growing up, because then that's me saying egoically, like, you were this way or you were a cub. But you have really, really leveled up internally. And I'm proud of you. Yeah, I don't think many people kind of understand how deeply you're processing right now, which is super duper. This is your house of relationships, the important people in your life. This is also the house of open enemies. You know, this is a house of legalities, as well as Chiron is in your house of legalities. Chiron ain't moving for a while. So this is, you can choose to keep people in your life. You can choose to outgrow certain perceived enemies. You can choose to just not entertain them anymore. You know, the North Node is blessing your house of shared possessions, while the South Node is going to be blessing or releasing in your house of what is yours. This sometimes, you know, means an inheritance. I do know some Leo placements that are coming into inheritances, and so it's fascinating to me. You know, I would look at now, as well as the full moon that comes up in a few weeks is going to be in your sign. So that'll be a time of releasing older versions of yourself, or what you are not. So what does the community look like that you want to be a part of? You know, Jupiter is eventually going to go direct in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. That's happening in February. February is going to be a really powerful month for you. And I would say putting the right people around you. Yeah, my guides are saying really from now until Aries season, and that's something that we talked about in the North Node video for a lot of signs, but from now until the Aries equinox, when the sun goes into your house of quest, adventure, and long distance travel. And this might not be for everyone, but some of you really have some decisions to make as to the community that you allow in your life. And knowing that, who was it? Taurus as well. If you have Taurus placements, this could be for you as well, where you get to decide if this is the way you want your life to be, and you're happy with the people that are around you, and you just want to live that life, then amazing. There's like, you don't have to constantly be leveling up and developing. This could be an opportunity for you to just be like, yeah, life's pretty good. Higher self, God, thank you so much for my blessings. Just, you know, make sure that I'm healthy, wealthy, and vibrant. That's amazing. You don't always have to be, when you have a growth mindset, I just want to, for myself personally, in my business and practice and my own life, I want to learn something, experience something, and be better than the person that I was a breath ago. That's it. That's it. I don't want to be in competition to anyone else. I just want to be satisfied and to say to God, a very Cody Sanchez language, like, I gave it my all. I did everything that I could with the tools that I had available. But you don't always have to be doing that. And I'm learning myself as well to kind of lean on other people. So if you love the people around you, if you're happy with your community, if things are just, you're good with the status quo, if you like your relationship and all those things, Leo, be in that and nurture and nourish it more, and be a little bit bigger with that. Like, tell the people around you that you love them. Tell them how excited you are about them. If you're not, maybe plant some seeds, at least in your meditation and you're in the mirror, and just say, hey, I don't want to be in this anymore. I kind of want to be surrounded by people that are, you know, doing better than me, so I can challenge myself a little bit more. And so, Leo, no one can tell you what's right and what's wrong. You can only say, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. You get to decide. Yeah. There's the law of non-intervention, but also, what is it? Free will. You get free will. You get to decide the type of life that you're here to live. No one can tell you that. I can tell you what's coming through in the reading and offer you as many tools as I possibly can to empower you to do it yourself, but I can't do it for you. I want to be as helpful as I can for you, but just decide. If life's good, be in that. If life's not good, let's manifest. And then on the full moon that's in your sign coming up in a few weeks, we'll do some releasing. But there's the sage was going the whole time. So definitely, that's something that I wanted to say. In air sign seasons and air seasons, you know, I put on different things. I put it on, you know, like my little, it just smells so good. But the frankincense to me is like, I'm open to receive all the blessings of the universe. I'm open to receive my blessings. I just want to share that with you. Amazing. Great job, Leo. Virgo rising. Virgo sun. Virgo moon. This is an exciting time. I don't want to be like, buckle up, everything's going to be this way. But it's like, yeah, buckle up. If you're here for the ride, you're here for the ride. Yeah, if things have been a little status quo, this is an opportunity to really ask the universe for something that you want. What is the thing that you want? Who do you want to surround yourself with, you know? Oh boy, where is it? Okay, you're over here. Retrograde, retrograde, retrograde. So if things are a little bit stagnant out there, work on your CV, work on your resume, you know, update your LinkedIn, update your, this is daily life, health and practical service, which is a Virgo run house. For you, this house is run by Aquarius. So you're okay with there being some outside of the box experiences, but this is fixed when normally you're immutable. So the fact that your 6th house, your 6th and the 12th house is on a fixed axis, this is health, this is wellness, this is daily life and soul purpose. So lean into your own mutability. Your chart ruler is sitting here conjunct to Pluto. You might have a big idea. You might want a more comfortable life. You might want to bring, you know, healing and gold and abundance to your whole family line. That's amazing. That's accomplishable. Look at the universal law of comparison. What you've called big is only big because you've labeled it as big. What you've called a lot or what you've called difficult is only in comparison to something else. So what does health look like for you? What do you want your daily life to look like? Oh, where are you? Yeah, there's a level of comfort that you're working towards that maybe you might be the only one in your family line that's ever wanted that or ever done it. It's like I'm seeing, you know, like you've been, you know, your father was a plumber and your grandfather and your great grandfather, everybody was a plumber. And now you're like, I don't want to be a plumber anymore. I want to do something different. And they're like, but we don't know anything but plumbing, and plumbing, it's a good job and it's a good thing. What if you just like owned a company that hired plumbers? You know, you could do things like that, and then you own the company, and then people work for you, and you can be the one that travels, and that people like you hire people. You know, it's level up time. Yeah. Fear not the South Node in your sign. Fear not. You know, when the North Node was in Aries and the South Node was in Libra, much different vibration, much different energy, much different signs. So the way that transit happened is not going to be the same for you. So you can't go back and watch certain but Sarah, relationships are changing and this was happening, this was going on. That's not the same energy that we're in right now. Relationships have changed, but at this point in time, because the North Node is now going into the house of soul purpose, and for you relationships, you've decided that these are the relationships that you're keeping. There are some people in your life that maybe you want to remove. The universe might remove them for you, but this isn't going to be as much active, because when the North Node is in Pisces, that's mutable water energy. This is more emotional. When the North Node was in Aries, it was action-based. I think that made sense. I really think that made sense, Virgo. Tons of information for you, practical manifestation technique, lots of stuff happening, and it might just be a little confusing right now. I'd say be in the confusion and just reach out if I can be helpful. But I feel like if it's not me hiring someone that, it's like I'm hearing you're desiring a mentor, but there's no mentors around, then hire a counselor. Yeah, hire somebody and talk to someone that you have given the energy to. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just the exchange of money for service that says you can be the one to help me. Just that exchange of energy will give you what it is that you need, Virgo. Okie dokie. I love you. No, I don't have to. I love you. I'm just happy you're here. Libra. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. Send me an email if you need more. I feel like there's one or two of you that just wants to have a more private conversation. Please just send me an email. We can chat. We can have a free consultation to talk. But there's just like a little bit of energy of like, I want more information. But there's a little bit of back and forth going on. So Virgo, please, if that's you, if you're feeling a little bit of like, I want more information, please reach out and we can talk one-on-one, even if it's just email. That's okie dokie. I love you. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. You're a lot more woo-woo than you were at the beginning of that transit. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Romance. 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 Buddy. The level up that you've gone through in the past, the South Node in your sign transit, like the level up that you've experienced, Libra, it's like you have so many beautiful presents coming for you when Saturn and Neptune go into Aries. Like the next 2 years of your life look freaking awesome, dude. Look freaking awesome. I'm just so jazzed for what's going on for your, it's just, it's like I'm seeing, I don't even remember the entirety of the movie, but I'm just seeing you as, oh my God, what's her name? What is her name? It's like the scene at the end of the movie Heathers, where she's just like smoking the cigarette at the end. Oh my God, I can't remember the actress's name. It's gonna bug me. I keep wanting to say Claire Danes, but it's not Claire Danes. She was in Beetlejuice. She was in Girl Interrupted. But yeah, she's just smoking the cigarette. It's like that meme, and you're just like, yeah, South Node in your sign. This is beautiful. This is amazing and wonderful. I feel great. But you did it. It's over. You have very healthy expectations of yourself and therefore the people that you're allowing into your life. This is fascinating. I don't remember if we talked about, were you sober curious maybe? I can't remember. Yep, sober curious. So there is some recognition right now of some codependent tendencies, and you kind of want to, it's like maybe you're newly sober or like you're just in that healthy space, and whatever that may be, and you want to like immediately start talking to the people around you. Or it could be like you just found the book and you want to like tell everybody around you that it's like kind of like the experience that you go through during a spiritual awakening when you're like, we're living in a matrix, don't you know? And so I would love to offer, don't do that. These are codependent patterns. You cannot save anyone. And if you don't, it's something that a very, very powerful old friend had said to me once, is when you're standing on your soapbox, sometimes you don't believe what you're saying because you're trying to get more people around you and everybody has to believe this, because when you know something and when you integrate it into your own life as yourself, you're leading by example. You don't have to tell anybody what you've learned. You just live it. You are living proof that it works. You're living proof that the sobriety works, that the new diet works, that the health, the wellness, whatever, the new relationship, the new job, whatever it may be a living example of it. A living example, Libra. This is joy, creative expression, childlike spirits, romance, nurturing your inner child, having a space to nurture your inner child, loving up on, like this could be great times if you have kiddos to have a really great dinner with them. And if you are in a healthy partnership, having a wonderful experience with them, a romantic evening, couples massage. If you're not in a healthy partnership, taking yourself out for a dinner, spending time with the fur babies, whatever it may be. But this is I see just a nice time right now, just a really nice day, And myself, I always look to like, well, the full moon's coming up over here, and yes, the community, friendships, and wishes for the future. It's like, maybe go watch the Aries video, because I want you to really entertain leaving people where they are in the environment that they're in, and saying, if you don't want to come with me and walk the road of life, I'm going to continuously keep walking. Yeah, I would say if you have gem placements, or talk to a Gemini, talk to an Aries, get yourself around some really wonderful community members. When Mars goes direct and goes back into Leo, that would be a really wonderful time to experience that. But I would say from now until that full moon that comes up in Leo, enjoy yourself, be happy. I really actually do want you to celebrate this North Node, South Node cycle in a way where you have to have a celebration. You have to have an experience. Go buy yourself a cupcake. That's it. And eat the cupcake and send me a picture of the cupcake. I challenge you, Libra, to celebrate yourself and email me a picture of your cupcake. And I don't care if you're the, grumpy person that's got the cigarette hanging out the side of your mouth. You're like, I'm celebrating. I don't understand why. It's a freaking Tuesday, Sarah. Why am I doing this? You have to complete the energy. You can't go up or down and spiral up or spiral down. You have to complete the energy to say to the world, this cycle is over and I'm ready for my next. This day is over. I'm ready for my next. But complete the energy, Libra. Yeah. My biggest recommendation would be to stay as present as you possibly can right now and celebrate. I want a slew of pictures of cupcakes or cookies, and it could be gluten-free, sugar-free. It could be whatever you want it to be, but I would like there to be a candle in it that you're like, wow, I did it. That's over. Great job. I have expectations to get pictures of cupcakes. Thank you. Scorpio, what's up, girl? What's up, my guy? How you doing? How you doing? Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. What's happening here? What's happening here? Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. What's going on? You're not telling me anything. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North Node. Wait, that's why. South Node. Where's your Chiron? Who else? Okay. There's a lot of oscillation that you're going throughout the days. It could be in one day you go from everything's great and I believe in the world and I believe in everything and I know that I'll find my person and everything's fine. And then later on that day you're like, if I die alone, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. A really wonderful tool that I've been using, Scorpio, is if today was your last day, and I think I talked about this in my 2025 workbook, I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm going to give it to you now. If today was your last day on earth, you died tonight, what would you be sad that you didn't get to experience? Because that could be something worth looking at. And what's like the lowest, so I asked myself this yesterday. I was like, if I died, I've done enough with my mission. I've, healed a lot of my financial wounds. I have, made peace with every single person in my family. And I have the healthy boundaries, whether it's no contact, whether it's on the phone, we see each other, whether we communicate every single day. I have great friends. I have amazing clients, all is well. But if I died tonight, I kind of would have liked to experience a healthy relationship. Yeah, I kind of would have liked that. That would have been amazing. And that was poignant for me because, retrograde. I want to offer this to you, Scorpio, because, this is your house of home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key, the cultural family roots down here. So you might be working towards complete financial freedom. You might be working towards a healthy business. You might be working towards so many things. But having someone, family, having people around you, South Node over here, in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. There might be some people that need to leave your life right now, Scorpio. You might need to leave a relationship. You might need to leave a job. There might be something, and the universe is going to show it to you. What I love about this, and what I love about you and your energy is that, and oh my God, we talked about that, where it's like you're fine with like burning the bridge, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not giving the double disclaimer. If you're listening to this and you just are wide-eyed, this is how Scorpio and I talk. So it's just that's we usually give a double disclaimer that this is just for Scorpio, no one else. But if you're listening, that's I kind of did give the double disclaimer. But when the universe removes someone from your life, you're like, whatever, it's fine, it's totally okay. It's almost as if there's a little complacency here right now, Scorpio, and I love you, and I just have to say it, where you're like, well, when they need to leave, they'll leave. Can you start to take action steps? And this could be action steps as to not showing up anymore, or speaking it into the mirror and saying, I'm kind of need to make space for someone else to be there. Or if you are in a space of, I feel safe, I have good relationships with everybody, I'm manifesting my partner, or I love my partner, all is well. This could be team, this could be hiring people, this could be leveling up. This is giving yourself the space and the opportunity to really having a full body chill, have the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom that we're working towards here as leaders with a growth mindset. So sometimes I don't want you to get lost in the daily tasks of things. We just had the North Node transiting your house of daily life, health, and practical service. Chiron's still sitting here. Chiron's going to be here for a minute. It's going to be a little bit. But again, I feel like Uranus going direct, Jupiter going direct, as well as Mars going direct. This will be a wonderful time. When Mars has its opposition of Pluto, your two chart rulers again, that's going to be a really beautiful time. I feel like nobody could really handle that but you, and it's on your ICMC. So I feel like in the next 2 months, your level up is going to be pretty solid, pretty amazing, because you've set a really nice solid foundation for your daily life. I would really look at hiring someone. Yeah, I'd really look at hiring someone and welcoming someone into the team. If you are an entrepreneur or solopreneur, or if you do certain things like that, or I would look at the work relationships that you have right now and asking yourself a little bit of like, why am I doing what I want, and what is the big goal? What is the big goal? I'd say in the next year or so, you will be, in a completely different paradigm, a completely different financial bracket, a completely different, possibly locale in the world, dude. Yeah. When Jupiter goes into Cancer, that could be traveling, that could be moving to another country, that could be multiple locations. So what is it that you need to feel safe? Because that full moon that's coming up in a few weeks is going to be in your house of legacy. So I feel like this is actually going to be about letting go of other people's expectations of you. I know this is a lot of information, Scorpio, but I know you're taking it in. You can come back and listen to this a few times. But this is also saying I don't have to be who people think I am. I don't have to, even like you spending time with people that maybe you don't always want to spend time with, Scorpio, but saying like, it's okay to have a little bit of a watch me attitude at the beginning. And I don't know if it was you that I talked to about this. I don't remember, but it's okay for your beginning stages of, I want to level up completely, to be like, I'm going to prove them wrong. They thought that I had to be this way, but I'm going to be this way. And, the book Watch Me that Angelica Houston wrote a very long time ago, I enjoyed and I've read numerous times. And it was, a famous actor. Please don't quote me. It could have been Brando. I can't remember who it was. But the title is called Watch Me. And so it was she was at an event, and she had, been doing Vogue and doing a whole bunch of other things. I'm still talking to Scorpio. And that actor had said, like, poor you, so much talent and nothing to show for it. And in her brain, it just went, watch me. And the life that she created for herself was this big, beautiful, incredibly prosperous and very successful life. But it's not like she woke up every day thinking like, I got to prove him wrong. That can be the catalyst to jumpstart you, but eventually you'll release it. So it's okay to have conversations with family, to be, doing a lot of family healing, Scorpio, but allow the expectations of others to just roll off of you and just be who you want and shoot for the frickin' moon. I'm proud of you. Great job. Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. Okay. This is really fascinating. There's a little bit of feeling of in between two worlds right now, and I don't worry that you're going to regress, whether you've gone sober or it feels like there's this feeling. He's not retrograde, but I'm just putting him down like that. There's this feeling of like, I want to run. We can't run from where our feet are. We can't, if you just have tons of extra energy right now, I feel like, when Jupiter goes direct, your chart ruler in your house of relationships and your descendant sign, that's happening early February 2025, pardon me, that's going to feel really great. That's going to feel like the boomerang that you are, that slingshot, that archer that you are. It'll feel really nice. But right now, this is your house of communication. And we talk about it all the time, where here at my multidimensional cafe, we speak from I statements. And you are shifting and changing so much. And I feel as though there's a little bit of, maybe you're spending a lot of time with family. This is, cultural family roots. This is the roots of the tree of your life. Over here, you're doing a lot of healing for the entire family line. This is big deal stuff right now, Sag. And so speaking from I statements, and definitely go watch the Scorpio video, the end of the Scorpio video, that could be helpful for you. But saying, thank you for sharing your reality. That's not my reality. This could be, connecting to siblings. This could be having, like, a lot of family stuff might be coming up right now, Sag. A lot of family stuff might be coming up, and you don't have to take that on. You can't run from it. All you can say is, that's not mine. You can say, that's not mine. And, people feel really safe around you. You are a gregarious, loving, warm fire. You're mutable fire energy. You are, the life of the party. And I think we talked about that in the North Node and South Node video, which the link for that is below, where there could be a little bit of FOMO going on. Yeah, there's like a little bit of FOMO, or like this feeling of like, I got to get my fix. I used to have this. I used to have partying. I used to have drugs. I used to have drinking. I used to have cannabis. I used to have this. And now I don't have any of those things. So whatever it is, like, you got to get that out. I would say journaling, like aggressive journaling, put up paper on the walls like I do and get it out. Have some big long range goals. Be, obsessed with something that feels healthy, but that you can also put down. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Like being, whatever freedom, time, location, or financial freedom you do not have, focus all your energy on that and focus on it until it is mastered. Until it is mastered. Until it is mastered. If you have complete time freedom, complete location freedom, and complete financial freedom, time, location, finances, then I would say, yeah, oh my God, my guy, go for a trip, book a trip, do something around town. Yeah, take a train ride. Go into the city, leave the city, depending on whatever locale you're in, go to like the next locale closest to you. This is the big trips over here, and the new moon is in the house of short trips, so around town. So like go to the next state over, go to the next country over, go to, when we're in Leo season, then I want you running and jumping and skipping and playing. It's interesting. If you need to set some longer range, yeah, it's like there's some paradigm hopping. You're expanding your success cube. You're really stepping into something much bigger. I'm just listening to the guides and they're just throwing so much information. It usually happens with Gemini that I get overwhelmed with like, with all the channeling and things like that. But Sag, this has never happened. Your brain is working just on like overtime right now. This is a lot of information that's coming in. So I need you getting it out. But thinking of, okay, my perfect lifestyle. Maybe I travel 4 to 5 times a year. Maybe I live, I 6 and 6. I live somewhere for 6 months and I live somewhere else for 6 months. What are those things? Write them out, script them out, get them out. And then if you're in the paradigm that you're in and that's not yet a possibility, be like, I'm going to do one of those. And when the full moon comes up over here in Leo in a few weeks, you're going to release some small-minded thinking. Yeah, stop playing small. Big, big, big. And so that will be the time of releasing. But I really want you to, instead of running from where you're in, decide where you want to go. When it comes to the Archer, this is very important. You're run by Jupiter, so that's very expansive energy, Sag. But when it comes to the Archer, there is a bullseye. There is a point a teeny tiny bullseye that you are pointing towards. I want you shooting your shot and shooting your shot and shooting your shot and, sets and reps and sets and reps and sets and reps. But I need you to decide where you're going. I need you to decide what that big image is, what that big goal is, what it is. And the more you daydream, it's really interesting. I actually recommend you listen to this twice, because the way that I'm seeing you now is like maybe you're in like a family therapy session or you're talking to someone, and now the image that I'm getting is as people are talking, you're listening. Like your brain can do numerous things. You're a mutable fire. You can do so many things as effortlessly as breathing, but you're sitting in this therapy session. You're like, yeah, what airline would I take? Do I want to go to Dubai? Do I want to go to Thailand? I've never been to Japan. How cool would that be? Where do I want to go? And there's this freedom, this mental freedom that you're now allowing to expand, Sagittarius, which is super duper cool. The shift from 2 weeks ago till now is monumental. So I'm really proud of the deep inner processing that you do, but set a big goal. Set a big, big, big goal. And definitely you can watch the North Node in Pisces transit. That's from now until August 2026. So it's a nice little bookend because Uranus is going to change signs. Jupiter is going to change signs. Saturn is going to change signs. And Neptune is going to change signs during that transit. So it's a nice bookend. It's a nice bookend. If you're keen for your own personalized reading, please reach out. Please book a consultation, Sag, if I can be helpful for you. Nice. Incredibly quick, efficient processing that you do. I'm really proud of you. Amazing. Capricorn. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. What you doing? How you doing? There's a lot happening. You might feel overwhelmed right now. That's okay. That's all right, mama. That's all right with me. I don't even, what is that? Anything you do, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, mama. Any way you do. I think that's the words. I don't know where that came from, but I love singing all this. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay, this is money for you, darling. This is a good, happy house for you. You might be feeling a vibe. You might be feeling good. It's not coming hot. Okay, so retrograde over here. You are unpeeling a version of yourself that is so shiny and new, and you're taking your time. Definitely look at hiring someone right now. You can wait until Jupiter goes direct. You can wait until Mars goes direct. You can wait till Uranus goes direct. I don't care. But bringing someone in to be helpful for you right now. There's an incredible amount of expansion. If you have Sagittarius energy in your chart or heavy Sag energy in your chart, this is a big year. This is a big, big year. And so you're really recognizing, we've been talking about this for a few weeks, you're recognizing that it's okay to desire a lot for the sole purpose of having a comfortable life. You're not trying to show off. You're not, if you have heavy Aries placements or heavy Scorpio Sag placements, like this is, if you have any of those placements, that you've done so much inner healing, and that Pluto transit, again, it's just, I feel like I've been saying this to you before, so I'm just checking in with the guys. It's like, why does it feel like a little bit of a broken record? Because you're taking your time with things right now. You're being very strategic. I would like for you to think about welcoming someone into the team so you get a little bit of a broader perspective as to, how you can expand more. Delegating certain things. This is a really, really powerful time. And even you saying, like, Sarah, like, I'm not in a place yet where I can hire someone. Like, this is something that you can, when you decide that I'm, need to expand enough to hire someone, you say that to the universe has to compensate you to fill that void, because you have the need to say, okay, I need to hold this much more space. I need to hire someone. I need to pay them a specific compensation. I'm a good boss. I want to level them up as they level me up. It's going to be a good thing. The universe will provide. But if you stay in that small box and continuously put, and I'm having a full body chill with you, Cap, if you continuously put that version of you in the future that, is financially successful and has a whole team of people and 2 cell phones and 2 laptops, there's still an idealization of that version of yourself. Definitely go watch the introduction for this video. Definitely go watch it. It could be very, very helpful for you, Cap, which is stop playing small, which is saying if you continuously put that future version of yourself on a pedestal and not take action steps to become that version of yourself, you will never become that version of yourself, and they'll just stop being available to you. You have to take action steps. It will continuously be that broken record of, oof, this is heavy, this is super quantum. So it's kind of like you are given an opportunity right now to maybe do something for your business, for whatever it is that makes you money, because it's very heavy money focused, very values focused right now. And it's saying to me, if you don't either shoot your shot and, you know, interview somebody and put yourself in that energy of I'm hiring somebody. You can say in that moment, they're not for me. But if you don't step into that energy of the level up, you will stay in this paradigm of, oh, eventually one day, it'll become that money is looking for me, money is looking for me, money is looking for me. Then give it a vessel to come in, you know, give it a way to come in and allow yourself to be put in situations. You won't mess it up, Cap, you won't mess it up, but you have to, I really hope that this is resonating. You have to be in the energy of, instead of one day, day one, to say, oh, I need this. I really need this. Or looking at the difference between, how do I say? The difference between like, I don't know how to do this and I don't want that skill set. I want to outsource it to give it to someone else. Like when you're, don't let any small-mindedness stop you from starting. Like I've been able to, by the grace of God, inspire so many people that they've commented and been like, you know, you have paper and crystals and it's not this fancy Canva. It's not this thing. It's paper on the wall and it's your writing where, you know, I messed up over here, but I still used it. This was literally one of the last words that I wrote. And I was like, I'm fucking using it. Pardon me for swearing, but like, I was like, I'm using it. It's good enough. They know what it means. And I love it. And I put so much energy and love into it. So do it with the tools that you have, with the capacity that you have. You can outsource something and hire someone on a contract to say, hey, I need help going over this bridge. Help me get there. But if you constantly say, oh, one day I will, one day I will, make it day one, Cap. Make it day one. It's exciting. It's exciting to be you, but you have to be able to say, I'm willing to become that person of the future. Reach out if I can help. I love you. Oh, Aquarius. I have not done that in a while. I've not done that in a while. Oh, Aquarius. Happy birthday to my Aquarius sun, S-U-Ns. This is a good time to be you. It is a really good time to be you. You're a vibe. I feel very intense. I feel very intense. Might 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 feel very intense. Where even is Aries? Here we go. This is all in Pisces over here. So, yeah. There's, I don't even know how to say what I'm seeing. It's like I'm just going to say, like, I'm just literally seeing you like becoming a mute, which is very strange, where you're just like, or maybe you're going on a silent retreat, or you're just like, it's very, I'm just going to work out the dramatization. I'm seeing Aquarius just like not speaking. And you're just like feeling so much, your brain is being activated in so many ways that you're like, I'm aware of my words. I don't know how to use them. I don't know how to explain to you who I am. I'm not going to explain who I am anymore because I'm changing every single day. You're being very aware of the words that you're speaking, which is so potent and powerful. I want you to remember that everything, you know, is a pendulum. Everything, you know, was once, you know, ambrosia, and everything's poison. Like literally, like I love coffee, but if I only drink coffee and not any water, my heart will explode. If I only drink gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of water in one sitting, I'm going to vomit. So everything has a positive or a negative. Everything is a cafeteria line. I did a whole video on everything was once ambrosia or poison. It was last year or the year before, I can't remember. But this is you being your most authentic self. It's not about leveling up right now for you. This is you being and existing. Okay, this is making a lot more sense. So you're like, I can't explain to you anymore who I am. I'm just being who I am. And you're allowing your dress to shift. You're allowing your desires to shift. Maybe you're looking at a new job. And this is very, I want you to focus less, and just hear me out, on what my soul came here to do and more on what I want my daily life to look like. The practical manifestation technique, it's a video, it's in the toolbox, public, for free on YouTube. Definitely go check that out. I want you to enjoy your daily life. That's it. I just want you to enjoy your daily life and not feel the pressure of having to, it's like, it's so beautiful. It's like you're saying, like, I know I'm an Aquarius and I know everybody's looking to me because everybody's talking about Pluto in Aquarius. And every time I tell people I'm an Aquarius, they ask me about Pluto in Aquarius, and I don't want it. It's like you're newly famous and you don't really want to be. And there's this energy of, can I trust the people around me? What's going on? And your brain is going 1,000 miles a minute. God bless the air signs. And just let that be. One of my favorite things, and how I know that it's okay, is when I can show up and not perform and not hold space. Like, those are very special friends and family members where you can be quiet and, you know, just be like, hey, I don't want to make the plans. I don't want to be the one to, you know, do any of the things. Like, if you have Libra placements as well, it's something that is the mark of Libra sometimes, where it's like, yeah, I'm always the one that's paying for lunch because I'm, you know, doing great with the paper and I can afford lunch and it's fine. But if you stepped back and didn't call, would they call you type energy? And you're really trying that on in an experimental way right now, Aquarius. Just keep being yourself and keep doing what you're doing. I really like it. The full moon might offer a little bit more. Yeah, you're taking a lot of time between action and reaction to transmute the reaction to a response. So I'm just proud of you, and it's a very positive reading for you. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. And we'll talk more about releasing on the full moon coming up in a few weeks. But right now, I don't have much, like, I'm just seeing you do all the right things. So I'm just really excited about that. I don't have any notes for you right now, aside from keep doing what you're doing and flounder on the inside, if you're floundering. But you're doing great. Great job. Pisces. Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. How are you? Pisces rising, this is a time where you might be more irritable and emotional. I love you. I just heard you said that last time. You said that. You've said that. You've said that before. Yeah, it's, you know, sun in the 12th house. That happens. I'm just listening to the energy and taking my time, because there have been many times that I've, like, chosen violence with you and spat back, and I'm not going to today. Your emotions are no one else's responsibility but your own. And I want you to, regardless of any environment, check in with yourself each morning, Pisces, every morning. And this is something I recommend to clients. This is something I do every single day. Have a gauge of, like, I'm feeling 80% Pisces. I'm feeling 100% Pisces. I'm feeling 40% Pisces. If you're feeling 40%, if you're feeling less than 50%, maybe, you know, take a personal day. Maybe don't see clients. If you see clients, maybe don't be front facing to the world. You know, as a public person, it's taken me time to get here, but if I'm feeling less than, I'm not going out. If I'm pissed off, if I'm irritable, if I'm miserable, I'm not going out into the world, because that's no one's responsibility, nor do I want to put that energy out there. I'm going to take a bubble bath. I'm going to order a pizza. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to just really be in what I'm in, because I am responsible for me. No one else is responsible for me but me. Your partner isn't responsible for you. No one is responsible for you but you. When it comes to healthy partnerships, you show up as the full healed version of yourself. And you can ask for what it is that you need. I need support. I need this. I need that. But no one can carry you, Pisces. And that's a beautiful realization, where this is an incredible opportunity for you right now. And this could be, you look at it as the North Node transit and give yourself from now until August 2026 to do some manifestations. This could be a year transit. This could be a month transit. From now until, you know, for Pisces suns, your birthdays, from now until, you know, the new moon in Pisces. Hold on, let me take a look. Where are we? The new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees. Yeah, we're doing the 9/9s. It's, I think, the new moon in Aries is when the 9/9s ends. New moon eclipse in Aries. That'll be at 8. Yes. So we have this new moon, and then we have next new moon and then eclipse season starts. This is a beautiful time in your life right now, Pisces. This is an opportunity for you to really take radical personal responsibility, if that's for you. If that's for you. You know, we can, like I said to numerous people, numerous signs in this reading alone, if you're in something that you want to be in, if life is great, if you know you don't want to be doing manifestations, you don't want to be leveling up, especially around this time, truly, depending on what degree your rising sign is at, for Pisces rising especially, I take time off. I really spend some time in hermit mode during this time. And I think, you know, where was I last year? Who do I want to be in the next season? Who do I want to be in the next year? So if there's confusion, be confused. If there's too much energy happening right now, say I'm overwhelmed. But you can declare it instead of going out pissed off and then being like, having people say, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay. Personal tales. When I felt like I had to sacrifice myself and show up to maybe a 3D job, less than, every single time I'd be showing up in tears, my eyes were red and all different things. So I was like, I have to show up. I have to do this for them. Every single time, the first thing that people would say is, what's wrong? What's going on? What's happening? I'm like, I can't. And they'd be like, go home. Just go home. We don't need you today. We don't need you as this version of yourself. We don't need that. And so then when I started to really work on myself and say, I'm going to have someone cover my shift, I'm going to cancel the session, I'm not going to hold space for others or put myself in an environment where I am front facing with other people, because this is my responsibility. My inner child needs assistance. My inner teenager is lashing out irrationally and thrashing inside. I got to take care of this version of myself, because it's no one else's fault that I'm feeling this way. I am feeling this way and I can take care of myself. This isn't saying that you have to do it alone. This is saying book a session with someone, talk to someone, communicate how you're feeling, but decide how you're feeling first with yourself, and then ask, hey, can you hold space for me? I'm feeling a little rough. You always, in my perspective, preface, if you need someone to hold space for you, you've got to call a friend. Ask them, hey, I'm feeling less than. Are you in a space to hold space for me right now? And that gives them the opportunity to say yes or no. Sometimes people are in their own arena and they can say, hey, I cannot hold space for you right now. That's amazing. Give them that opportunity. But be in what you're in, Pisces. The intensity of the energy shift that's going on right now, nothing is slowing down. Outer planets are shifting signs from now until, the North Node going into Aquarius. We will have Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, all switching signs. All switching signs. Lilith too. Everybody's going to switch signs. I think even Chiron does as well. So this is radical change for the whole world, for the whole collective. But you are a drop of the ocean as well as the entire ocean. So when you do work on yourself, Pisces, everybody benefits. Everybody benefits. So please reach out if I can be helpful. I'm always here to support you. Please send me an email or comment below if you're keen. Comment, just an emoji of how you're feeling and share that. But when you are the same emoji over and over and over, and it's not an emoji you like, or if you're less than 50%, more days than a few, definitely reach out. Definitely reach out to someone and say, I need a hand right now. I need help. I love you all so much. Happy new moon. I'll see you soon.